While Rebecca lay peacefully asleep from the injection the doctor had given her, Nelson spoke quietly with Madame Catherine. "I will take Rebecca to China," he said gently. "There are specialists there who can treat her properly." Madame Catherine's eyes filled with tears of joy. Overwhelmed with gratitude, she dropped to her knees and thanked him repeatedly. "Please," Nelson added, lifting her up, "you will travel with us. Rebecca will need you by her side. A mother's care is more powerful than anything." She nodded, her heart full of hope. Meanwhile, Jude sat inside his car, his head buried in his hands, crying uncontrollably. Soon, the village elders called for an emergency meeting. After long discussions, they reached a decision. "Jude," the elders said firmly, "any marriage plans you have with Emily are suspended. Nothing will happen until Rebecca is fully healed." He paused before continuing. "You will return to Lagos alone. Emily must stay behind." Jude's heart shattered, with tears streaming down his face. He nodded slowly. "I agree," he whispered. "I am tired. I have no strength left to fight." He had no choice. Later that day, Jude returned to Lagos, broken, ashamed, and disappointed in himself. When he reached his apartment, he dropped his bag and collapsed on the bed. He could not eat. He could not sleep. For days, he cried. For an entire week, Sao became his only companion. Back in the village, Nelson kept his promise. He paid for special medication to help control Rebecca's condition while they waited for their visas to China. The drugs were handed to Madame Catherine with strict instructions. She followed them carefully, every morning, every afternoon, every night. She made sure Rebecca never missed a dose. At the same time, she began preparing for the journey, packing clothes, gathering documents, and praying endlessly for her daughter's healing. With each passing day, hope slowly returned to her heart, because soon, they would travel to China, and Rebecca would finally get the help she deserved. 2 weeks later, the long-awaited visas finally arrived. Rebecca's name, Madame Catherine's name, both approved. Their journey to healing was about to begin. That Sunday afternoon, Nelson visited Madame Catherine's house with excitement written all over his face. "Mama," he said happily, "the visas are ready. We will travel next week. I will come and pick you and Rebecca myself." For a moment, Madame Catherine was speechless. Then tears rolled down her cheeks. "Thank you, my son. Thank you," she cried, holding his hands. "May God bless you. May He reward you for this kindness." She prayed for him again and again, her voice shaking with gratitude. The day of their journey finally came. Early in the morning, Nelson arrived with his car. He helped Madame Catherine and Rebecca inside and drove them straight to the airport. Soon, they were on a plane, leaving Nigeria behind and heading for China. Leaving pain behind. Leaving fear behind. Carrying only hope. When they arrived in China, everything felt strange and new. Tall buildings, busy streets, different faces, different language. Without delay, Nelson took Rebecca to a well-known psychiatric hospital. The doctors examined her carefully. They spoke gently. They listened patiently. They treated her with respect. Rebecca was admitted and placed under special care. Every day, Madame Catherine stayed by her daughter's side. She fed her. She prayed for her. She cleaned her. She encouraged her. She never left her alone, not even for one day. Meanwhile, Nelson returned to his motor parts company to supervise his workers and manage his business, but he still visited often, checking on Rebecca's progress and supporting Madame Catherine financially. Back in the village, life had become quiet and lonely for Emily. Without Jude, the days felt empty, the nights felt longer. She called him every day. "Please come and see me," she begged, but Jude always replied sadly, "I'm afraid of the elders. If I come, there will be trouble. I can't risk it." Jude and Emily kept encouraging each other, holding tightly to hope. They believed that very soon, everything would be okay, that the storms would pass, that the elders would forgive, that Rebecca would be healed, and when all of that happened, they would finally get married. They would finally live as one, bound by love, bound by destiny, bound by faith.